And his art used a lot of graphic shapes and vibrant colors. The third influence is Elizabeth Catlett. She was an African-American and Mexican artist who specialized in linoleum prints, clay and bronze. And she often drew her experience as a Black woman and her Mexican heritage. It focused on issues that marginalized communities and I feel like you could see a lot in a lot of posters artwork at the time, and he was also one of the first artists to depict African Americans in the mid-century commercial art style. I mean, it's amazing that they have to use that voice to create like a visual voice, but people see them as the guardians or protectors. They also create food banks. But they really did all these amazing things, and they really were at a
taken through different color filter, typically red, green, and yellow. And how this lead to the breakthrough in color photography? It was one of the earliest practical systems for creating and viewing color photographs long before the modern color film. And on the viewing device, Ives also developed special an important advancement in stereoscopic photography, which was popular in the 19th and early 20th centuries for entertainment and scientific visualization. And this is also one of these legacy innovations contribute to later developments in the 3D imaging and the reason why image reproduction and techniques such as the capture process and early systems, which transformed how images are printed and useful with designs that make the visual communication more accessible. And for my personal advice, I think the great arts here show about for the presentation. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
high school, he caught the attention of an art faculty member at Abraham Lincoln High, and his name was Leon Friend, and he encouraged him to join this club, which he needed a portfolio for, and that kind of foreshadowed like his life to be, which is like making work on demand. So he entered that portfolio, and he entered that club, and he was also encouraged to join like drawing competitions, and one of those he won, and this is the first cover. This is like his first, I guess, published piece for 17. Okay, so then he went to Cooper University after high school, and there he studied. But there he met Milton Glaser, Edward Sorrell, and at the time they didn't find the Pushpin studio at that time, but that's where they met. And then afterwards, when he started working, he was working in New York, and he started working in this studio where he ran into Edward Sorrell, and they started and they sent it to 100 ad agencies, not ad agencies, but art directors, and a few Seymour got his jobs off that, and decided that they would start the Pushpin Studios. Seymour described his style as a Roxy style. He was really inspired by surrealist movement, like he loved art history. He also was inspired by Art Nouveau and yeah. These are a few of his so like I mentioned, a lot of it originated from studios. This middle work is about this guy who like sexually assaulted this woman, and he also he's still to this day like tackles like really as you see the war is good at business investing in your son. That's another example of that. This first one is by Milton Glaser. But I wanted to show it because I'm pretty sure it excites me. Female class Beatles record, and then this is by Seymour Class himself. I thought it was cool. So you see like this like old paper. And this is the Pushpin Studio design firm. Behind it is they designed this for their studios.
art qualities that you're gonna find
There's
when you
there's a
collect.
dot in every single one of them. There's
Most
like
of these,
a few other
unfortunately,
pages
are
of
going to
this.
be made and printed with high
I guess I
quality,
would call
high-grade
it a
machines.
zine,
So they're more
but
made for
it's
industrial
like
types and
kind of an
quantities. So
infographic,
definitely they'll have resources to
and
better
it
papers
tackles
and
like
better lamination types. So I definitely
pretty much the
recommend finding local printers
injustices
or researching
in the
online
South
those that are able to
towards
print more
Black
custom
people.
photo cards for you.
And
Because
so
for you to
like
be able to make these at
initially
home, the
you'll see
quality
like
is going to
these
be definitely
beautiful
higher
like
and more
this
difficult to achieve
beautiful
because of the lamination
memorabilia
and just the
of
paper type.
Georgia and like
You'll also
they're known
notice
for
as well
their
that some photo
beaches,
cards are
but
going to
then
be more
we'll see like
thicker
this
than others, and
activist
some are going to be
like
more
you can't
flimsy
really
and
unsee
cheaper
it.
in quality. So that really just depends on
he-
what kind of
he
material or
really,
quality that you're looking for.
like,
Again, like PVC, Lomo
he's
cards,
really
or any of the
successful
other
at
types of
combining
photo quality
illustration
are more
and
highly
graphic
achievable by
design,
high,
like,
high
not-
industrial machines. So
not
the quality that
leaving
you're
them,
going to be
like,
able to
as
achieve at
separate
home might be
things.
different depending on the paper and the lamination that you're going to be able to use.
And here is a children's alphabet book.
If you are looking
that
to make higher
he
quality
collaborated
photo
with
cards that are
Martin
not
Steffen,
achievable by
which
printing
is
them at
called.
home, you can actually find a few resources online where
I
they're
only-
already pre-cut and laminated.
Like
All
they
you have to do is
altered
upload your
it.
artwork.
Nowadays you
So
can't
some
find
examples
this
are
cover,
moo.com, which prints
but
already
it's
business
really
cards,
cool,
postcards, and they already have
especially
access to different
because
types of papers and materials
I
as well,
think
depending
when
on
you
your
think
price
of
range.
like children's
There's also
books, you
Vistaprint,
don't
which does business cards
necessarily
and different types of
think
card
of
quality
something
types,
so-
rounded corners,
I
squares,
wouldn't know if
sizes,
you
you
would
name
call
it.
this
So
like Swiss
again, these are more
style
professional quality
because
if you're looking to make photo cards.
it's still
Another resource
playful,
that I
even
know
though
a lot
it's
of people use is
minimalist.
Bookgrace. So they also offer tarot
But I
cards
thought
or
that was
custom
really
game cards, which is
interesting.
basically the same as the holographic photo cards that you find. This is very good if you want
And
to have a
then
higher
there's
quality use.
this exhibit at the Louvre.
If you are looking to, you can actually
which
find
is
if you are
literally
looking
called
to
the
make higher
Pushkin
quality
style, and this
photo
is the
cards that are
very
not achievable
first
by printing them at
time
home, you can actually find a few
that
resources
graphic
online where they're already
design
pre-cut and
was
laminated.
shown
All you have to do is
at
upload
the
your
Louvre.
artwork. So some
I think
examples are
it
moo.com,
might have
which
actually been the
prints already
first
business
time.
cards,
You could correct me
postcards,
if
and they
I'm
already have
wrong.
access to
But it
different
might
types
have
of
been the
papers and
first time
materials
that
as well,
graphic design was
depending
like
on your price
exhibited
range.
at
There's
a
also
museum
Vistaprint,
in
which does
general.
business cards and different types of card quality
But
types, rounded
that's
corners,
really
squares,
awesome,
sizes, you
you
name
know?
it. So again, these are more professional quality.
don't
if you're
know,
looking to make
I'm-
photo cards.
I thought
Another
that was really
resource that I
cool.
know a lot of people
This
use
was
is
in
Bookgrace. So they
1970.
also offer
And actually,
tarot
I think
cards or
around this
custom game
time,
cards, which is basically the same
Milton
as the
Glaser
holographic
left,
photo cards that you find.
and I think
This is very good
Edward
if you want to have a
like,
higher quantity
his
of photo cards.
co-founders of
They cut and
Pushkin,
laminate them
they
for you,
left
and they also tell
the
you the price and
studio, but he
size.
still
So again,
continued.
if I haven't
And
been
then
able
so
to test
these
this
are
myself, but
some of his
as a
works
Honkai
that
Star Rail
I
fan,
really
I
like.
wanted to make my own photo cards at home at
I
a low
just think
cost and
his,
test out my own
his
printing.
shape language
So
is
I use
really,
actually different paper types.
it's
But
like
please
so
remember that you need to have
natural,
double-sided
but he
photo
never
paper.
like creates
So
an
in order to be
image
able to
that
print on
is
both sides. So you can
unreadable.
tell that one is thicker than the
And
other.
for me,
This one
like,
is
that
using a much
resonates a
thicker
lot because
cardstock paper versus this one
I don't
is more
really
flimsy.
like,
It's a thinner paper, so you can tell that it's already bending.
representational
but for the quality
work.
itself, the image is still really high quality,
I mean,
and I like
they
it,
serve a
so I
purpose,
don't
right,
mind that
but,
much of the thickness. But I
he
do
just
like both qualities as well.
wasn't afraid to experiment, and then it's
So
the
what
fact
fit my
that he
budget the
like
most was the
incorporated
koala
graphic
double-sided matte photo
design
paper,
into
and
it
you can tell that
with
one is more off-white than the
typography.
other. The quality for
I
vibrancy
think
is still pretty
that's
much the
really
same.
cool.
Because you're going to be printing on
There's
it,
some
really it just
more,
depends on if you have more white color and if you want it to be more.
I thought this Disney one was funny because even on his website, he says that like, well, I'm not sure he wrote it, but it says that Snow White was like his first like spark of like inspiration. So it's cool that he like made this little thing about Disney. Also, this pushpin graphic like really strong is so popular. I didn't know he was doing that, but I so then there's this thing that's called the pushpin. This is kind of like also this is it's like paper collage. So interesting. Jason Polly, but he makes artwork like this where he'll paint on paper with acrylic and then cut them out and layer them. And I really like that. Like I thought that was so cool. And then that is
Sorry, the
they, well, Seymour, so he got very excited. I think his degree, I think when he went to school, I think it was for like typography and like woodblock or woodcuts, and then I think he studied like printmaking. So you can see how a lot of that influence might come into some of his illustration. But Pushpin Studios, Seymour was an important part of that, as was Milton Glaser. Their illustration style really set a new tone for what an agency could look like or represent, because advertising had been slick photography, clever taglines or headlines, very kind of, illustration was used in poster art and it was used in packaging, but it wasn't typically done the way Pushpin Studios did it. They created powerful advertising campaigns using illustration and using it specifically like with the style, Pushpin style. And Seymour Quast, I want to say, it was it might have been during COVID. Anyway, they were looking for things on Kickstarter with the back, a couple of people, and all black and white illustrations done in wood blocks and such style. They were anti-war. And I thought it was interesting, and I think it was interesting. And I have a friend who used to date him, and he wasn't married to Paula. So anyway, I just decided I would get the book, and so I backed his books, and then I reached out to him and asked if he would talk to students and whatnot, and he said he just was too old. So he has a person who works with him who kind of handles all of his conversations and publicity now, because he is elderly. I don't know how old he is, but he's definitely in his 90s, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like 94.
Yeah, so, I'm sure he's like been at the fair a while. So, what I think is interesting when you pointed out is not just how this is created, but they have like a perspective that's very reflective of some of the also very much like kind of like a rock forward again. We're going to look at Milton Glaser a tiny bit in this class, even though he's not really in our time frame. But I would like to say that, one of the things, and I gave a talk this morning to a group of high school teachers that teach art and design, and they were asking us questions about where is this profession headed and what does it represent. And I think the thing that it really is where it's headed and where it continues to sit is in diversity. And Pushpin Studios, I mean diversity thinking, and Pushpin Studios is one of the he came there to do an exhibition. How much I admire the fact that designers take on anything, say no to that. And at that time, especially the professional this idea of being sort of multidisciplinary really came in this time and space. I mean, a lot of the people that we've looked at that came out of Europe, they come from architecture and fine art. These guys come from, printmaking and illustration and design, and they put themselves to it and did work, and they built a name for themselves based on this difference and this diversity. And so, anyway, it's worth noting. So, all right. So thank you so much, Tesla. So next is going to be very, let's see. I think we should take a break now before I start, rather than me starting the break. Let's take 15 minutes now, and then we'll come back and talk about the Dutch.
いたずらは知らん顔で言い訳は涙を使って寂しいな遊びたいな蜂蜜みたいにドロドロあなたにもあなたにも私はさ必要ないでしょ世の中に剣もほろろ楽しそうなお祭りでさあんよあんよこっちおいで手を叩いてあんだけだったんだやんよやんよそっぽ向いて今日も私は悪い恋なんこ
「こんな日陰揺れを見れる」
So like I said, not like a full lecture, so I'm hoping that you can take early tonight and what I'm going to do when I do on Tuesday I'm going to give you some of the preamble to the film, like talk about the thing that developed the purpose of our lecture tonight. Other part of the lecture I think you so when you think about you might not necessarily think of Holland. You might think of tulips or windmills, or you might think of Van Gogh. You might think of lots of things, but you might not necessarily associate it with design. I think a lot of this comes from many of us trade center, and there was a lot of very rich cultural history taking place. And you can still see them. I mean, if you travel to Amsterdam or you travel around Holland, you will see that there's, you know, the architecture, the churches, the canals, the city walls. And art and science not unlike how the to that Dutch Golden Age, and they really dominated the globe for commerce. I mean, they were a lot of innovation, a lot of entrepreneurship, kind of like ethos about quality and functionality. The other thing is that the landscape and so I mean, you feel like you're on the water.
たことはどうなったんだ何も言わないでね将来ネタに入ろうかやれ首もつれないなはい共演大変にしめる話でした生かされたかいマクログイを手割れた心をアルコールで消毒して眠るもうあんたんたる大河の水になってもっともっと落ちて生きていたいよ真夜の貫く気も未来も内臓語る肉体も幸せも宇宙も疑わなくていいそれら全て変わらないんだ僕らは知らなくていいんだ
So anyway, so Kurt Schwitters and Theo Van Doesburg they collaborated as advocates for children about it, and then Theo Van Doesburg really founded this. And so if you remember Kurt Schwitters, he had done those murder vows sculptures and collage, not done, just by association. So So as the movement kind of evolved, things became more and more. And so the use of color as he's getting more and more sort of non-objective. And then here's a year later, the same cow. So where's the cow, right? It's a little confusing, but it should be no trouble to you. I mean, as a graphic designer or an illustrator or a person who's thinking about design, we're always trying to distill things down to more clear meaning and form so that they're more directly accessible or inclusive to people. And so it's not a far departure from that kind of thinking. This is the canvas that was painted on, and one of the things I find interesting is that they painted the side here. So it's as if it's like a 3D sculptural work as opposed to a window that you look through. So this is a window or a stage, and then here is actually sculptural work because there's a little bit of color on the edge. So here's some more of Theo Van Doesburg's compositions. His work is a little heavy-handed. This is okay, this book cover here. So his own graphic design was a little heavy-handed, like I said. This is a huge influence on a lot of designers. And the idea of having which were all talking about design, the opposite, saying how life has to be constrained out. Everything is constrained. So it's not unusual to have constraints, so you still need to show that. So, a little bit more of Theo Van Doesburg's painting. The painting style evolved, definitely, alongside Mondrian, and you can see it gets a little bit more. This is an exhibition booklet. I wanted to say when I think Theo Van Doesburg died in the early 30s, and I think he was young to die. I don't remember what age he was, but he had a heart attack. But Johannes was so mad he didn't come to the funeral. I mean, so they had these very few-like states. So Piet Mondrian, who lived another, I think, 11 or 12 years past the time that Theo Van Doesburg died, he did a lot of work in what was called the symbolist movement. But once he met this representation, like but he's very excited about this idea of harmony. So it's like harmony that you like that geometric probably put the Steel movement on the map with his work because it was so ordered and structured. Now, this is one up above his head here. I think this one, I don't have the name, I have the name somewhere in my list, but it's called like New York Boogie Woogie or something. And it's supposed to be like as if you're in a building looking down on a New York City street, and those are like the stoplights and the cars moving and the buildings around. And so it was very much a logical, mathematical, proportional approach to information and design. Now here's a 2008 this is date on this, New Yorker magazine, and you can see they're using a Piet Mondrian painting, and it represents, it's in December, so it's representing Christmas, the holidays. So another big proponent and advocate of the Steel movement was Garrett Rietveld. Now Garrett Rietveld, this chair, has anybody ever sat in one of these chairs? Or not? Anybody seen one in a museum? No? Okay, well, if you go to LACMA, there's usually one on display there, the LA County Museum of Art. Anyway, this chair, so Garrett Rietveld was really excited and kind of motivated about this idea of modularity, mass production, and so he designed this chair, and he didn't paint it these colors. He designed it, he was producing furniture and products in this space, and then he met, anyway, he was exposed to the Steel movement, and he decided that that was a perfect sort of theory and practice to apply to his chair. So he then painted his chair red, blue, and yellow, and it actually brought him a tremendous amount of success because he was now aligned with something that was being recognized within creative communities as being an actual medium. And so he gave him opportunities to exhibit. He became very famous because of some of his work. He, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he started as an apprentice to his dad as a woodworker, and then he set up his own business and was designing things. This is a house he designed called the Schroeder House. And by that way, that chair is pretty comfortable. You might be surprised. It's pretty easy to get in and out of, and it's very comfortable. Now, this house, the Schroeder House, you can see it almost looks like a physical sculpture of the steel. And when you go inside it, it's even more interesting because it has all of these moving panels, very much like a very traditional Japanese architecture where you would have sliding screens or folding screens to divide spaces. Except this is done in a more mechanical way, and so like really being sensitive to light or water or whatever. But if you think about it in the way we live now, many of us live in smaller houses where we have generational homes or shared family homes, and so this type of space makes a lot of sense. But imagine seeing this in 1924 in Wolfsburg. I mean, you can't imagine how strange it must have been. This kind of modularity must have been quite shocking to people. And so another person that was part of the Steel movement that was a big proponent was J.J. Peeton. Now, his full name is, hold on, let's say it's Jacobus Johannes Pieta, but his short of it was J.J. Peeton, and he was a leading architect of the Steel movement. This is a sketch on the right for this cafe that was built here, and he eventually left because he sort of had an argument with somebody or whatever, but he wrote magazine articles, he acted as a correspondent, he contributed to a book on Dutch architecture, and then inside this cafe, Theo van Doesburg had a little bit of a hand in the interior design here, and you can see these sort of beautiful herringbone patterns, and how, again, this looks like a Mondrian steel painting, but it's, put onto, like, into the environment, and so that's that cafe. So the steel principles were really important because they informed a lot of Dutch designers and prepared for it. And, one of the ones, and the one we're going to talk about tonight, is Piet's work. And so Piet's work is really regarded as one of the most important designers that came out of so let's take a look at him. There you can see 1885, 1977. Not unlike now, you have this point so he was a person who did the work of be able to take vacations and stuff all night and he was very much but a lot of his views, I think, are very aligned with constructivism in terms of like the role of art in society. I mean, the role of art in society is to like represent and inform and so, but he did a lot of different things. We're going to talk about they actually tell a little bit of the story about it. He was named the designer of the century now, interestingly enough, he considered himself a typographer, and that's what he also did a lot of writing and criticism. Now, remember, he's born in 1885, and he went to school at like an applied art school in Amsterdam, and everything there that he learned was drawing, painting, architecture, and the applied art, which meant, yes, you have a question? Steve, you have a question? Do you have a question? One of the things that kids felt about school, felt like it gave them an opportunity to learn, but it didn't give you the he was introduced to the concept of crafting, and you can see by going to the here, and I don't know how much you can see of this furniture design, but you can see the furniture also is reflective of like the arts and crafting. So he was designing products, and designing wall covering, which would have been textiles, carpets and flooring, and wall covering. He was really focused on furniture and interior design, but with this kind of decorative touch. Definitely, the decorative touch is coming out of this. But it's kind of crazy. We ended up very briefly so, I'll show you this really John like that part about himself, but he got a commission to add for very and so this design you can see looks like everything's been seen in this class, and it's not necessarily what you learned in school, but it's what you learned, like what was trending. So his career in design really got launched when he started as a draftsman for an architectural firm called John Willis. And this guy was a member of the Steel Group. And so after that, he became an assistant to another architect. And then he worked with him for several years. And then among his design is just being about comfort, he designed Korea, he also designed breakfast. And so he was formally trained as an architect, he was really known as a architect. And I think they used to have what it's called oftentimes architects when they would have a client that they would design for, they would also design and so this is a good example of that. So he was really opposed at some point in his career to like having pure decorative art, and he always thought that the designers should really be able to like connect their ideas to the function, and really in the way more than an industrial designer might do, where they're really thinking all the time about the user experience and the but with that said, this is some of the very early work, and this is, you know, you didn't really know anything about typography, and there was a person that he met, he was a young apprentice in a type shop, because his work was very type shop at one time, and then from this young apprentice he was working there, and that's kind of how he introduction into typography. Now, one of the things, and this is one of the projects we're going to talk about tonight, is this kitchen. So he's really known for designing this really real kitchen, and this is designed for it himself. And why is this important? Why is this kitchen like a lot of stuff? So he did look at the kitchen of the house that was designed by Europeans. But here's his note here. But what is unique about this kitchen when you think about your kitchen, where you might buy a kitchen or what a kitchen might look like? What's unique about it is the modularity. So this idea that this kitchen can be used in any number of ways, different walls, different quarters, and then it had a universal modularity, which would be a sliding modularity, is really what the feedback is. And so here's an example of that same kitchen in this built space, and then here it is in actually being used. When you watch the film, they would go through the kitchen and you'll see it. And you can see here there's like a little down corner, there's funny little like spice cabinet things here. It was always different because depending on where it went, these were modular elements that could be placed in different ways. So the other thing that, so this is a really important part of understanding sales is the idea that we have this function, product, ability, and then we had the client, so that was the green deal, system. And he also worked for the green deal door factory, which is, so that's the same company. Then the second company we did a tremendous amount of work for was the NKF cable company. And so one of the things that's really characteristic of Dutch design is you all see these trendy letters, these really tall long letters. These are not set height. These are hand drawn. These are here where you see the texture of the fabric. Here's the rod that we like. That these letters L and the H, those are all these extended letters. That became stylistically very much a characteristic of Dutch design. And sometimes they're highly drawn, sometimes they're very extended. So the architectural laws introduced him to this client. So this was a really important client to get to. He did a tremendous amount of work for them over a long time. So, you know, if you didn't know that this was the lowercase education, and he really did not have any education in typography. But like I said, he learned it all from this 18-year-old assistant in this really small printing company where these things were produced. So if, as I scroll through some of these things for the Netherlands cable company, you can see this again, the stylistic showing of the elongated letters. Someone that I flew in just for today, and they're stuck at the airport, and it's like a because apparently all the lights and upside down. this is one of my favorites, but if you notice this sort of transparent things, which is typical of letterpress, but also the offsetting, the overlap, that's also sort of this idea of montage is very much a part of Dutch history as well. So some of his composers experimented a lot with it. This is Corbusier, the studio field on doing art, and his work had a very specific thing about photography. He thought that it should be documentary. He didn't see it as being artful or necessarily expressive, but you should actually be an honest document of an image so that you can prove that you're not making fighting photographs, documentary. So more journalistic in nature is the best. But this kid wrote, you gotta know when it's like in 1926, I had to have a long experience, so everybody looks for me weird in some way. And my kids decided to stand up, and get hit with stuff he's not even present, all kinds of things. I also really enjoyed just the personal write-up, where he's got those two portraits, and his work is black, and so he has this black square. I always want the scene to be white, kind of knocked out of the black square, but that's not what he did. So, but I think that's kind of a very enjoyable design. He also explored darkening a lot of things with photograms. And if you remember, photogram is when you put light into the paper, you put an object on it, you expose it to light, and then you develop it. And where the light did not hit, that's where the white image is. And so he wasn't that excited about it. He enjoyed it, and I think was very good at it, but he didn't really feel like it complemented his work. This is some of his photogram work that he did. He made a lot of contacts with international designers. So he met John Kitson, he also stayed in like the Maya Conference in the Voice so there's influence there, but it was still very much or that extended photographs and the scenery that I think is really important. You know, you go into the factory, you saw the sort of views and the scenes, and you see there's a table stand, but he took these sort of ordinary household objects like a vacuum cleaner thing or that has like dots on it, and he documented them and mixed them into quite interesting. So the work he did included a lot of photography, simple use of color, and really simple use of color as a marketing with the idea that limited things. This landmark he did to the with all their little wires. I mean, he found something interesting, I would say, in everything. He explored the type of typography. He created advertising for them that was very much, of course, you can see that there's use of a grid, there's some hierarchy, but there's also a lot of comedy or, play in this space. I mean, here you've got this guy saying, what if you break down? What are you going to do? Well, the cable company's going to be here, and there's going to be a sale on the cable for you. So, it's quite a fun, playful way to talk about something that's not that interesting. Again, North